Alright everyone, this is a post-game analysis of my first game as the hero team. And then I'll pick, yeah, I do know my teammate, it's Steve. We're playing against the Pastafarians, who have great names, they're all named after pasta. So, that's good. Probably bias this commentary based on me because I know what I was thinking versus what he was thinking. His first turn was terrifying because the ball was so far back I didn't know if I could get a pickup or not. But it started off well. Got some stunts. AOs. An injury. Turn 1 injury is always great. Basically, put me up for the drive guaranteed. Neither of us had rerolls. Here I attacked with the flesh golem so I could set myself up for a foul. No bribes or anything, but I would gladly take a zombie for a Yeti trade. I was able to get the KO. It's huge.
Really? Don't let
go.
They're massive and can take you out.
Right now I'm up 2. Don't want to mark the Ulf because he's got a bunch more strength than me. Didn't mark Melly because just wanted to set up a safe zone, make him get some blitzes on me. Same thing with George, that's why he moved over here. And same thing with the Butcher. I'm setting up my cage right here. Getting ready for it next turn. On his turn, he starts applying some pressure. Great thing about Wolves, movement 8. Which, movement 8's always great. Frenzy and Claw. They're kind of weird, interestingly used to AV8, so like they're kind of tough. As tough as the rest of the team. It's me here, gets a knockdown. It's probably smart. I mean, lowish armor value.
Finished with his opponent.
Keep him off. He smartly moved him back. Had he not moved him back, he would have been blitzed. But right now I got my nice little cage set up. Move the ball first. That's one thing I've learned.
That's a solid formation. I want to see the opposing team have a go at the ball now.
Probably made a mistake here by putting White in back. Could have used him something better and moved the zombie up the cage. But really he had so much on this left side and not much on the right side. I was trying to clear this right side so I could go down it. I got past these 2 players here, so they were going to have to run back. I did end up using that zombie to cage. Because I had this right side pretty clear, I took a little bit of a risk and moved my big ol' flesh golem up. Flesh golems are great in cages because you can always stand firm. It screws people up.
Those players
They're also great for just holding players.
Fight is about to happen.
With a purple color. I didn't really know I was going with purple color when I started, but I actually like it a lot right now. So happy I did that.
At the same time.
And that's this big thing, able to stand firm. And, really, especially on pushes, we'll see that later in the game. I was able to really lock down a bunch of him.
He's coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt. Come on, guys, together.
Didn't want to risk the
That'll do, player.
frenzy here. Probably should have because really your big boys should be the werewolves for blitzing. Decided to play a little safe, set up a nice middle cage, which gives me the ability to go in either direction. Get a nice few marks on here. reset the cage. I actually made a pretty big
They're
mistake at this
gathering
point.
around that lone player,
In
like
that
halflings round the
This
center.
zombie's the only thing protecting my backside, and he's got a few
Is
people
this going
around
to be
here.
enough to come out on top?
It didn't hurt me because the zombie was enough. I did have enough tackle zones in there that it wasn't horrible. But he could have, in theory, hit me here, frenzied
He
over,
won't leave him alone anytime soon.
and then potentially gotten a push and blitz me.
Hold it! That player's shuffling
Love
off
my
the
zombie.
field.
It's never good,
Possibly
but
off his mortal
I'll take
coil.
a zombie over anything else. I'm surprised he didn't follow that up. By him following that up, he could have set himself up for 2 tackle zones on the ball. Right now, he only has 1. This Wolf George, he just kind of... He didn't get to do much this game. He was more of a marker. Forced a reroll there.
That player appears to be entering to the
Probably a smart reroll, but still just
Tackle
risky.
so early in the match? Hey,
That was actually
I might have to
huge.
start paying attention.
This regen is just as big, but like
but surely a
by
region.
losing one of my flesh golems, he does set himself up pretty well here for a defense because I wanted to use them hard for caging. Get the ball up right here. Block. It's good. Myself some nice double, didn't pay off. Reset my cage. Keep moving it forward. Mark him. If he tries to frenzy in, he's looking at a frenzy trap right here. So, get him pretty good. Had these guys over here. Or George, like he just gets the crap beat out of him. I probably shouldn't have marked him, but I was thinking, you know, if he wants to do a 1-die block, I'll allow it.
That player is a real
This is where
wall.
stand firm comes huge, so he can't push his way into the cage.
Might as well grab a feather and shove it up.
If I can get these guys block,
For all the good that
guard, like they'll just be nasty in cages. Same thing with the whites. The whites have strength access, so they can also get guard. This was pretty huge too. Just pushing the zombie away. Had he followed up, my zombie would have been maxed up, but I make him throw a block here, at least. He succeeds, if I remember correctly, but it still sets me up pretty well. This is where I decide, okay, we're going right side with the cage. Let's get ourselves set up.
This is going to be decisive.
That's it. Got a KO.
We may see that player later.
And then use this guy to further the cage right here. Throwing marks on him, because, especially with the blitzers. Forced a reroll there, that was pretty big. This was kind of a risk if you notice, like, I left my cage pretty open back here. Probably should have thrown a block somewhere. Would have been best, instead of blitzing with that guy, to just hit with him. I should have had the mark there to just hit with him. But now he's got 2 tackle zones with both his ulfs on the ball. George, as I said, just continually gets beat, but he's at least keeping that guy busy. You can't complain about that. This was huge. Okay, got a KO,
Wait, what? That's gonna hurt in
and
the
that
morning.
means he's throwing negative marks on this guy. Which is very large. My goal here was to free up the white. Move him a little closer, which helps. get a tackle zone down here, and hopefully blitz one of them off the ball. Doesn't matter too much that I blitz one off.
Well done.
Not really,
Ball carrier.
but I got the injury, which is huge.
They're going to be carrying
Now one
that
of his
star
ults is
around
off
with the rest of their show.
Failed the dodge. Huge dodge here. Happened. Really, this was one of the most terrifying. That and the pickup, because the pickup was way down here, so I could have just knocked the ball out and been screwed. But right now, I'm one away. I've got good tackle zones in the way. So he's going to try again to clear my tackle zone. Push and use stand firm. He tries to blitz here. I don't know if I really like that. I would have probably blitzed here and gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or at least, like, because he could have gotten to the side with 2 go-for-its. Right now, this allows me a stall, especially with that KO. That KO basically sets it up that he has no one who can reach the ball at this point,
into his head.
except for this guy with a dodge. Based on that, I should have moved. Yep, moved the zombie there nicely. Should have moved him. Yeah, right there. Would have been better probably had I moved him one down, because then I could have pushed him in. That was a mistake. Probably should have also marked there, but I didn't want to give him the front. George finally gets into the action, gets himself a nice little knockout. We use this off because I didn't mark it. Blitz here. I didn't use stand firm there, but I still had some good tackle zones. The reason I didn't use stand firm there was to hopefully get more ideal dice or strictly assists. Second time I used stand firm to keep the tackle zones in there. He was good there, he couldn't really do much. Nice easy blitz, all I needed is a push. The knockdown. Actually, I think get the KO here. Nope, this is stun. This allows me to still turn a touchdown. Sets me up nice for defense, especially with the wolf. So the setup, if he ever gets an MVP at level, I can also turn the score again because I'm not running with any boots.
Boom! Must be extremely frustrating, don't you think? And it's
He got one of his KOs back, he still has 2 injuries. 3 of them on that.
The boneheads are back. Well,
I just decided to set up zombies here.
With one team having a 3-player advantage, I can't see how the smaller squad will win. They've kicked the ball to the opponents. Now it's time to think defensively.
Here I make a little bit of a mistake. I was playing just in case I got a blitz. I was setting my werewolves up so they would be able to blitz in. What I should have done is I should have just left 2 werewolves within 7 movement and had 1 mark if I really got the blitz. Decided to set my guys up across the line. Got my big boys in front. That was, of course, all part of the plan. And he sets himself up nice here. Like, you're gonna get the zombies. Give yourself some nice assists.
Well, there won't be an issue. Fair fight can be so overrated. There's always new mistakes playing like this.
Got some good numbers here. Allowed him to set up some marks. These guys are strength 4, the wolves are strength 4, so it's a pretty good blitz. That was not a horrible play there.
Unity
Marked
is
my
strength.
2 guys for just this case, so I let him push me back
As the
here.
infamous berserker
More of a
Ivar
frenzy.
the Boneless used to say,
And he gets that.
only let red rage take hold of you
Didn't break
in
armor.
the thick of
Wouldn't break.
battle
And I
or
broke
during lunch.
Running a halftime 1-0 exactly what I wanted. Go on defense. He gets both his KOs back, so now I'm only up to
All the knocked out players are back on the field. How delightful.
set up a little frenzy
It's going
trap
to be
right
hard
here.
now that they're
Big
outnumbered.
Possession
boys.
is the key to winning, which must drive the coach crazy, as his team has just kicked it away.
Didn't want to use the outside line. So frenzy trap, of course, didn't work. Got really lucky on this kick. Like, incredibly lucky. That's almost the perfect spot to put it. Puts it right by the sideline. Lets me basically just choke it
Now
off.
it's just a simple matter of getting the ball at their feet. It's never simple.
I also
The
got some
attacker
real
has an
luck here.
assist. The ball is currently secured, but now they must grab it.
The bigger they are.
The harder they
Got the
fight.
double skulls, and he got loner, so he lost the reroll, and he had to
that's
take
a
the double skulls.
Now, can they
Knocked down the
capitalize on
Yeti.
this?
Really couldn't get a good foul in there. I was thinking about it. Probably could have blitzed off one of the berserkers and gotten around him, but at this point, like, Yeti down. We'll just keep the single mark on him. Let poor Dirge get beat up. Here I decide to mark the Ulf. The reason for that is he's on the other side of the field, so I don't want him joining the battle. And then I come over here and start marking and setting myself up. At this point, the Yeti would have a blitz, but since he's probably not going to blitz with the Yeti, I decided we'd get some good marks on. Get a good safety back here and probe. Move over here.
If the
I'm
player is
actually
pushed,
right
it will
here, yeah,
finish in the
setting up
public.
for
In
a
general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
surf. But I decided last minute to cancel it out. And just go push. Probably should have gone with the surf there. I was getting greedy. I
On
wanted
the edge of the field, within
One of those
grasping range of the fans.
D7.
And they're looking hungry.
He was able to push me back. This is where it hurt a bunch. Blitz. Get some guys over towards the ball. Get up right now like he's super. So I'm thinking, okay, how can I set this up and give myself a seat? Most unfortunate, but Baver gets stunned. That was an interesting not follow because now I'm just going to stand up
It's gonna be
left
hard
leg
to make them lose the ball.
and block him over here. That was a mistake. I actually wanted to blitz at that angle, but wasn't really thinking. That was an assist. So that's part of the reason why I did it. Probably could have also blitzed there. That would have been dangerous though, which is why I didn't.
Put some pressure on the ball carrier. Move quicker.
So that would have been a surf had I gotten a push. Decided against it, then got double skulls.
They're dropping like
That was scary. In general, I wasn't going to reroll this because it was a one die and you never reroll a safe roll. That's just crazy. That one die, ill-advised, honestly. I shouldn't have done it. I should have just stood pat. Had I done that, we would have been fine. That hurt me a little bit. Looking back on it now, because now we can set up.
Look at all those players sitting down on the job.
There's some
There'll be
plays,
trouble with the Unions if this
some
happens.
good surfs. Got that there.
And into the crowd they go.
The wolf. Really stunk this, but of course did on the first drive and on the ball. Still got him a lot in here once I got the ball even, so we have him, I would say, contained. And we're putting marks on him, which block is scary. It leads to 1 in 9s. Or we get stuff like this happening, where he gets 2 pushes, and all of a sudden I can double mark him. Basically, because I'm up man anyway, I'm still up a man. Take this Ulf out. I've just got Kurt sitting on the sidelines. Free blitz there. Decide to follow it. Decide to follow it. Keep a man out. This was probably ill-advised, but it worked out. I would have even taken a bullet down there, I think. If you can get a player with in some sort of negative ability and he hits the ground. On the ground, you should probably take it.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
I decided to play this pretty safe, not come into the horrible caginess of that
I heard stroking
wild
him on
animal.
his belly or
That
chin
helped, so now I can start
calmed him down.
positioning myself a little bit better. It's an armor break there, that helped the punch. One die there. He can take a lot of 1-dies as a horse too.
Not a wise place to end your turn on the border of the pitch. If the player gets pushed into the crowd, well, last time that happened, it took 3 days to put the body back together.
Goes for a dodge. I would have re-rolled that just because you only have 1 re-roll left. That guy there doesn't really matter too much. In theory, like, I couldn't have blitzed with him. Those guys weren't marked, so there was really no danger. He got a bad over there. Tried for a 1-die. Got a skull. Now I just start double marking him. Leads to a 1-die even if he's up. Now I can get down to business, get some marks in here. I decide to get a quad mark in here. It sets my
especially if the ball holder
flesh
goes
goal
down.
up. Not very good times. Keep the wolf out for safety.
Some
Get my
defensive
zombie
pressure
in there just to be
gathering.
annoying. Gives me a nice little 2-die on all the marks.
That player is so close to a
Stay
wall
there.
mark.
Set myself up for a nice little surf here. Complete the surf.
The fans seem very rabid. Leave a few bits of the play.
Decided to back him off. If he's up in the air, like, the only thing that's going to happen is it's an extra mark. So we don't need that. He gets a good blitz here. I decided to let him push me. Kind of sets me up because he pushed me towards where the ball wants to go. A lot of chain push action happening.
Even Siege.
Got him on armor breaks, but not that good on the injury rolls.
One left to go.
This time I stood firm, so he wouldn't push me off. So I can continue this mark. I'm just, right now, keeping the ball kind of busy. Keep
That's
it all
a
trapped up.
dangerous place to be.
Earn his turns. He hasn't, like, just got past the line of scrimmage. Stand the boys up. Right now, at 2, he's not able to get more than a 1-die on me. Get some good blitzes again. Basically do the same thing. Knock him off.
Pushing.
There.
Sometimes cute animals
Yeah, he
like
gets
this
wild animal.
forget the sport
So that
and embrace their wild side.
enables my flesh going. And that's the problem with not having that reroll. It's a single die, it's a skull, it's 1 in 6. now we've got a good amount of death going on right here. Got a push only here, but
Keep pushing.
kept him off. Decided to follow up because now I have a blitz opportunity.
You know, offense may solve this problem. Players being
Injury there.
justified.
Didn't break armor. Wouldn't have broken armor. Would have broken armor, probably would not have gotten me injured had I done the actual damage. Decided to do my attack. Have one die, so keep him towards the end. Move the wolf over. Threaten the wolf. That would give me two dies there. With frenzy.
They're not moving an inch.
And
They're a
firm
wall.
because I want to keep everything.
Stay
Got
still
lucky
like
and
a rock.
knock me down.
One less obstacle for the
Another
ball carrier.
push.
Textbook stuff.
It will knock
Less the
me
front
down.
of the rock around the ball. The easier it's going
Got
to
some
be to
work
move.
done. Dodged him out, which actually was a little bit of a benefit for me. Because now I can the butcher down in. Him on the floor, we'll move George back to safety. Double mark again. Probably should have gone the other way because he did have a
If the
surf
player is pushed,
opportunity there. if he
it will
wanted to
finish
use
in the
blitz.
public. And in general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
So now I've got just a bunch of ick going on right now. Chose not to blitz. Just take one. Move him off. Follow through. That way I can get some good tackle zones around. He got double skulls. And that kind of just screwed his drive. His drive was already done at that point, but kind of just iced it.
Can the player force possession away from the ball holder?
So I decided to attack with the back guy because then I can get some chain push. I was hoping for it to come back out this way, so my white ball, that wasn't the case. So I was hoping I could throw a pass, get some
He's going to sleep.
KO.
And maybe
So
we'll see
close.
him on the pitch later.
Injury of 8. See if I can scatter a little bit more. Succeeded in that. I was going to see if I could get a blitz over here. I was hoping for that guy, but there just wasn't a way to do it. Push. Decided to re-roll that. That was, again, never re-roll a safe action. So, figured bring my wolf in, see what happens. He gets 6-6. Of course, the next thing's a bun.
Wait, something's happening. Oh dear.
And,
As the saying goes.
yeah,
Today's play.
he gets dead. Luckily,
Break in here.
the high dice
Keep
continue.
coming
I
back.
get a regen.
I love it.
And that's it. Thanks for watching. It's a 1-0 win for Steve.